Hi, Sowmya. Welcome to the SayCheese platform. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All well, all well. So I see Projector here as well. It's an all-women's team, and that's always an exciting thing at SayCheese.
Yeah, me too. I'm very excited to be a part of this live session. I hope this will be informative too for the viewers.
Absolutely, absolutely. So how to save money is always an interesting topic. I don't think we need
Yes.
to elaborate on it like we need to do sometimes for the other sessions. So we can't wait to get started. But before I do, let me just take a minute and introduce you to our SayCheese audience, and we can get going after that. Is that okay with you?
Sure. Divya, you're on mute.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sowmya is a financial coach with over 15 years of rich experience in wealth management, financial planning, learning, and development. You're passionate about spreading personal finance awareness to individuals and families and creating long-term wealth for your clients. So we can't wait to get started, Sowmya. How do we all become money bags?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to guide you on that. Very good evening to everyone who's here. I'm Sowmya. People call me happiness coach, and I represent Happiness Factory. Happiness Factory, the name itself was very interesting to me when I got introduced to the company, right? So what do these happiness coaches do? What do we do in Happiness Factory, right? So when we ask people, what does money mean to you? There'll be different answers, right? I'm sure Divya and Sayaka Projector, you will also have your own answers, right? For if you ask a student, his dream bike will be the meaning of the money, right? If you ask any mom, the kids getting educated in a very good institute, right, or going on a holiday, and if you ask a middle-aged man, his money means to him is a happy retirement life, right? There are different meaning to money, right? We also ask people that why do you want to save and invest? We all invariably save and invest our money, whatever is the surplus that we are left with. So when we ask them, why do you save? Why do you invest? There'll be different versions of answers. Like, I want to safeguard my money. I want this money or wealth to be transferred to the next generation. Or they say that I want to beat inflation. And technical people who know about market and all say that I want to grow my money, right? So like this, there are different answers that comes from our prospects when we meet them for the first time, right? But invariably, if you see what are they going to do with the invested money, it'll get spent on one of the events, right? It could be kids' education, it could be the retirement, it could be on a vacation, right? If we just reverse this process, right? If I make the investment itself with purpose, then believe me, you will not be only rich, you will be happy rich, right? So if I can take care of my kids' education the way they wanted, if I can have a very peaceful and lavish retirement life, and if I can also go for a vacation the way I want, and if I have money in all these stages for all these events, what more I want, right? And how much return I make and what products I invest, all that is secondary. And if I'm able to do this, I can call myself happy rich. In Happiness Factory, we have been helping more than 3,000 families to live a happy, rich life, right? It could be doctors, corporate executives, women employees, working women, single women, the list goes on, and retirees also, right? We help retirees live a happy retirement life after they retire, right? So this is what we have been doing and transforming the family's financial life, right? So this is happiness coaches work in Happiness Factory. I just came across a friend who is looking for help, Projector. She's also here with us today. She has some queries and she wants to understand how this happy rich planning works and how she can also make her investment meaningful. I would like to call Projector here. Hi, Projector. Good evening.
Hi, Sowmya. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for
Yeah.
calling me here today.
Yeah, nice to have you here. Projector, tell me, you were talking about some experience that you had last week, right? When you visited a bank. Could you please elaborate your experience?
Yes, of course. See, the last week when I called you, the same day I visited my bank, and my regional manager, she showed me a very nice product which was very promising and lucrative. And I
Mm-hmm.
was just about to invest in it when I just thought that is this product right for me? Because financial decisions should not be taken so rapidly and so quickly. So I just gave another thought, and then I was very skeptical because today's costs, everything is increasing day by day. You are seeing at the fuel prices, the
Yeah,
cooking gas prices, everything is every day it's increasing a lot. So I was not sure whether this product is right for me. And at that time I suddenly thought of you because my friend Ranjani had mentioned you once when we were having a chat about finances and all. She mentioned that you are a coach right now, and you have made a very nice plan for her, which has made her feel very secure and very she feels that it will work out in a very positive way. So that's why I thought that I should also call you so that you can also help me with my finances. And that's why I called you the other day.
oh, okay. I'm glad you connected with this. Projector, as you rightly said, these are all the concerns and worries that every mother or working woman have these days, right? How am I going to manage my family expenses? How am I going to take care of my kids' education with other costs rising up and education cost is going up? And if this way, if it is going, our retirement is going to be very tough. What do I do? These questions are very, very common among all of us, and especially working women. We have a double burden, right? So we also need to contribute. Thanks for connecting, and I'm definitely going to guide you with the happy rich planning process. You are going to get a clarity on how much do you need, when do you need, how can you achieve all that. We will take you through that today. Before that, Prajakta, could you please tell something more about you, your work and family?
Yes, yes, of course. So I'm a working woman. I work with
Mm-hmm.
a software company, and I have two kids. My husband works in a bank.
Mm-hmm.
So my kids are, one is 7 years old, and my son is 4 years old. And we have these. We take all our expenses togetherly. We contribute to our family, and so there are expenses like school fees, other hobbies, and everything is there. So along with that, our other EMIs and everything is there. So I would need help in that.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, so you both of you are working and you have two kids.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Prajakta, sometime before you join, I was just talking about the life events, right? The important events where you need money, but that cannot be avoided,
Mm,
right?
mm, mm,
So, as you said, kids' education. For a few, it could be starting a new business, right? People want to, in the midway, they want to start a new business, leaving the
mm,
corporate career, and people's retirement and vacation, it can go on. So what is important, what is priority, it changes from person to person, right? Everything is acceptable as long as they want to achieve it and they'll be happy about it. So tell me
yeah.
three or four financial or your life events which
Mm.
require a lot of money that you want to achieve anyway.
Yes, of course. Actually, two of them you have already mentioned, child's education and retirement, because recently my nephew got admission in a very good university, and
Mm-hmm.
the fee that I came to know was 20 lakhs for the engineering course, and I was like,
Oh.
oh my God. So
Yeah.
that's the thing that made me to rush and think about
Yeah,
my.
I can relate to my college days and how much we spent. Yeah, so easily it is 12, 15, 16 years ago. The entire 4 years went in probably not more than 80,000 rupees, and over and above we got stipend also. You can also relate, and this could be
Yes,
maybe not even one tenth of what. I mean, we would have spent
right.
only one tenth of it. Yeah,
Mhm.
right. So those two are very important, and also retirement.
Retirement, yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay. Tell me, so many youngsters when I talk to, when we talk about retirement, they find it very weird, right? We are very young. We just started our career. It has been just say 7, 8 years. We have a long way to go. Why are you talking about retirement? But when you say retirement is very important for me, I was really surprised. What makes you say so?
Retirement, because in today's time, from the last 2 years, we are seeing the COVID scenario and everything. We have seen that very good families which we thought that are well off and all, they have also faced many problems, and they had also to do many compromises in their day to day life because of the sudden expenses that came. So that made me think that even retirement in the sense of emergency as well. So I think that I should have a good amount ready for me to take care of all my expenses throughout my life, because I don't want to compromise on my current lifestyle, but I also want to sufficiently provide my kids and everything my family needs. So all those things taken into account, I think retirement planning should also be done right from now, so that I feel financially secure.
Yeah, very rightly said. So if I want fruit tomorrow and today, I cannot just put a sapling and wait for the fruit to come, right? It has to be sowed well before. Yeah, as you rightly said, it's a very, very important milestone for anybody's life. We can't suffer, and your old age and poverty together, or not having money, is not at all a good combination, right? Projector, thanks a lot for sharing this detail. So we are quickly going to co-create your financial goals, whatever that you have mentioned, and also going to see the way how you will achieve it, right? I am just going to give you clarity about these numbers, how much it is going to cost you, and when do you need this money, and what will be the money requirement that point in time. Plus, I will also take it into your existing investments into account, because I'm sure you have been working for last 7-8 years. You and your husband would have saved and invested some money somewhere, right? We will also try and align those investments to these goals and understand how far they are going to contribute to this goal, right? And I'm just going to take you through this happy rich session. Can I have the screen share option, please? Enabled, please. Divya?
Yeah, I think it should be available. Can you do that?
No, Divya, I couldn't.
Just a second.
Sure.
Why don't you carry on?
Sure.
I'll just see what I can do.
Okay, sure. Yeah, Projector. Meanwhile, is it okay to share your existing investments, where all you have parked your savings and investments? Meanwhile, so that I'll have the details ready.
Yes. Sure. So we have some investments in fixed deposits. We have our PPF, Public Provident Fund, and EPF accounts. And yeah, so that's it.
Okay.
Sowmya, it's available, the screen sharing. You can go ahead.
Thank you so much. Can you see the screen, Projector?
Yes, I can.
Okay, fine. See, so in the you can see some icons in the page, right? Tax saving, retirement, home, car, vacation. So this is what I was talking about: investing and saving for the purpose, right? And you have very, very clearly mentioned that your children education is paramount, important for you, and then your retirement comes, right? So I'm going to just take one of it and. So you tell me, what is that you think that it is going to cost for her higher education? Because it's a very, very vague question. We don't know what your daughter, Prisha, right?
Right,
Prisha is going to do it. Their passion might be anything, right? So these days kids are very, very creative. Whatever they want, we want to provide for it. But we can have something as a benchmark and then plan for it. And then once we progress towards the goal, we can always make the changes, right? So if you have something, alteration is easy. If you have zero, then it becomes difficult to plan everything from the beginning. So what do you think is that money that you want to set aside for her higher education?
Okay. I think, as I have mentioned, as you have mentioned, that we don't know what she'll do, but assuming that she might go to engineering, because that's the fresh example that I have in front of me right now. I think we can take the figure something around 20 lakh or something for the fee that my cousin paid for her nephew, for her son's education.
Yeah, I got it. Somehow this till the time she completes her schooling and her school fee and the other skill development fee and everything, you will do it from your cash flow. When I say cash flow, your monthly regular salary, right? So this is something where we need a big chunk of money where we can plan for. And she is 8 years.
7 years.
7
7 years
years.
old.
Okay, so I assume in another 11 years she will be coming to the higher education. So I'm going to name this goal as Prisha's education. Okay, so look at these magic numbers that's coming in front of you. Okay, so 20 lakhs today. Look at this number, right? It's going to become 46.6, almost more than 2 times of it, right?
Yeah.
So this is what is a reality, right? The 20 lakhs is our aspiration and reality is 46 lakhs, right? So
Yeah.
if saving for 20 lakhs, I see many people saying that I'm not against any product. I again repeat it, right? I have a policy, this will give a maturity benefit of this. I have an FD, this give a maturity benefit of this, right? What is more important is understand what is going to be the requirement in future, right? So you plan for 20 lakhs now, and by the time Prisha wants to get graduated, you might have disappointment or you might have to look for other avenues, right? So 46.63 is the number that you'll have to look for. And as I told you that once we go towards this goal, we can always make some changes, right? So this, I'm creating this as a goal, right? So this is one of your dream goal that you want to achieve. And yes, without any difference, you don't want to, I think you would want the same number for your son also.
Yes.
Right?
For now, at least we can change it later, but.
Correct. And he is 4 years old, right? Yeah. And what's his name?
Prabhas.
Right. Okay. So Prabhas education, he has 3 more years than Prisha. Look at this number. Another 3 years takes the 8% inflation takes the number to 59 lakhs, right? So today's 20 lakhs is going to be equivalent to 59 lakhs. So this is what we have to plan for, not this money, right? So these 2 goals are very important to you. You had mentioned it. So I have also fixed it up. So if you see in the timeline, it is just coming. So the first goal that's coming for due, or you may have to spend, is Prisha's education by 2032, and then 2035 for Prabha's education. Then you also spoke about your retirement so beautifully, right? Tell me, what is the age that you want to achieve your financial independence, right? I wouldn't call it as retirement, because even after this corporate life also, we can continue doing something, right? Not for money, but for our passion, right? So we would always, as working women, we would always love to work.
Yeah.
Is that age you want to stop working for money or achieve your financial independence?
I have decided it's 55 years, not beyond that.
Oh, that's nice. Correct. Okay. Right. So between both of you, so when you are 55, I just assume that Prisha and Prabhas would be doing their post-graduation, or your elder one might have finished, whatever. So between both of you, what do you think will be the money requirement or cash flow requirement month on month to live a comfortable life in your current lifestyle, or whatever way that you want to live?
Yeah.
In current cost, you can tell me. I know it's a tough question. Just do some small mental math.
Yeah, just a second. So the EMIs and the expenses, and currently we spend. We spend around 50,000. If you make it a round figure, it's around 50,000 that we spend each month.
Right. So we can leave the EMI, because by then we would not have complete.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So here is your retirement numbers. Okay, 50,000 today. By the time you retire, or by the time you are 55, it's going to be 1.54 lakhs, right?
Okay.
So this 1.54 lakhs, if you get month on month, you will have a comfortable retirement life. So how do you get that? It has to come out of a corpus. That corpus will be equivalent to 4.12 CR. This number might look little big and scary, but don't worry about it. See, if you don't know, many people hesitate to diagnose, right? Because what if there is something? But if you don't diagnose, how will you take the medication for that? This is something like that. It's a reality check. It will be shocking. So that's okay. We are also going to give you a solution and planning path for it, right? So 4.12 crore, if you and your husband can live a comfortable retirement life after you are 55, till the time you are 85, 90. Right. So how you can do it is if you do a saving of about 45,000, you will be able to achieve it. Right. So to put it simply, you might think that 45,000 is too much. I have my kids' education also. I have EMIs also. How do I manage it? I'll show you a small possibility example, right? Because we always want to make these things possible. Okay. So let's say you are starting today with 30,000, right? Can you look at the bar? Can you see the bar moving? Okay, 30,000. You will still be able to achieve 30,000 equivalent or 95,000 equivalent instead of 1.54. Instead of 4.12, you will have 2.54, right? So which means, do you have to compromise? Definitely not. Start with 30,000. Just increase your savings by 10% or even less than 8%. You will still be able to achieve the corpus. What do I mean by this is, get started with whatever investment you can do today, maybe even if it is less than 30,000, that is okay. And increase it with 8%. So 8% of it is not even 3,000, right? So close to 3,000, right? If you just go for a fine dining or a movie, it is going to cost us this much. I'm not asking you to compromise, but every year increasing another 3,000 is not going to be a problem. You are doing well in your career. You will continue to do well. We all will grow in our career and salary will increase. Keeping all that in mind, we can definitely achieve this 4.12 crore or 4.2 crore or more than that, right? But the key is getting started, right? From zero, you'll have to keep on increasing. But if you keep a step and then small step, we can keep it and always achieve it, right? So this is what I just want to show it to you. So don't worry about the figure. It is always achievable. So I have created this also as a goal. If you look at it, all the three important things that you had mentioned in your life, right? Your son's education, your daughter's education, and retirement. This is all there. Now we are going to get into the next stage. How to plan for this? Now I know how much is required. When do I need it? How do I plan for it? It is simple. If you just save about 75,000 every month, you are going to achieve all these goals, right? No compromise, nothing. This is what between both of you, you'll have to just decide and save this, right? Tell me, you have mentioned about your income, your expenses and all that, right? So after your EMI, I just did a small math and you have a surplus of about 50,000-60,000, right? Just to keep comfortable, if we can invest about 40,000 for all these goals, which are very important in your life, would you be okay between both of you?
Yes, of course. 40,000.
Comfortable, right? Okay, fine. Now let's do your kids' education without any gap, right? So 17,000 for Prisha's education, 14,000 for Prabha's education. You are achieving the goal completely. You are meeting this goal. In retirement, what we have is, after this, we have only about 9,000, right? That is okay. Let's get started with this and see how you can meet the goal.
Yes.
This number 9,000. Even if you start with 9,000, every year between both of you increase this by 6,000 rupees, right? That's what we call it as top-up SIP. Or you can see that every year you will have to increase it by 6,000. See, today 9,000, next year 15,000, next year 21. So both of you are just adding another 3,000 from each other's bucket. That's what it means. Then again, these goals will become achievable, right? Not only that, as I told you that it is not that you don't have anything right now. You might have saved some money, right? So you have mentioned about your income as 1.25. Is that a post-tax one?
Yes.
Yeah. So when this was offline, I just managed to fill this. Fixed deposit number is correct?
Yes, it's correct. What I've mentioned in the previous call.
Okay. See, now if you look at these investments, these are also kept just like that without any purpose. Now we are going to have a purpose to it, right? So I have just saved your existing investments. Now I am going to allocate to these goals, right? So most of us do EPF and PPF. It is long term and it is locked in. So we will have to use it for our retirement. So I'm just going to allocate it, which means earmarking this for your retirement. That's what I mean. It can just grow in the PPF. It can just grow in the EPF. Wherever it is, it can grow. I know that this is meant for retirement, so I'm allocating it. So after I allocate, see what happens. Look at this top-up SIP requirement. From 1,000, it is reduced. 1,000 rupees
Yes.
reduced, but for next 15 years, 1,000 rupees every month makes a difference, right? So this money is also going to grow. That is also going to contribute to your retirement. I'm not touching your FD. Keep your FD for your emergency fund, because
Right.
I know both of you are in a comfortable job, but still we all need this emergency fund. You know how uncertain the life is, right? So just to summarize, you are going to achieve all your financial dreams to start with just by investing 40,000 rupees, and you continue your outside investments and increasing your investments by another 5,000 rupees every year. You are going to achieve this and become a happy rich, right?
Yeah.
And I will also be guiding you which product, how you can do it with the reviews. Till the time you achieve your goals, I'll be there with you.
Right. Great.
Yeah, tell me,
So
how did you like this
yeah.
this planning
Soumya,
process?
like the process is amazing actually, because so far me and my husband, we have been investing just randomly ad hoc schemes here and there, and we were not very definite for which goal we are investing, for how many years, how much amount we need to invest. So all that was not clear, and when you took me through this process, it's actually so clear that I think that it's achievable now, actually really achievable. So I'm very thankful to you, and I really think that you will be the best financial coach for me, and I will definitely come to seek for your guidance.
I'm really glad. Thanks a lot for these words. Yeah, so we all be talking about products, but without having this planning done or without having a master plan, it's very difficult to choose a product. Some product that is suitable for me may not be suitable to you, right? There are product comes the last, right? So we first need to have this clarity before getting into the product. Right now, Prajakta got her magic number. So if you also want to know about your numbers and you want to go through this happy rich planning session, this is my email ID. I'm Sowmya, soumya.k@happinessfactory.in, and my number is there, 888-880-425. I would be very happy to take you through this process and reveal your magic numbers and start your journey towards happy rich. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sowmya. This was very nice. I mean, you brought it across so simply, the need for adding a wealth coach in our lives, apart from the other coaches we think we already need. But it was very, very informative. And I liked how you structured the whole process for us rather than, being ad hoc about our savings or understanding the importance. I like the way you brought it all together into a simple way. So we understand the whole process of saving and the benefits that will come our way. Thank you so much. And Prajakta, I'm glad you got a right partner for yourself. We
Yes.
at SayCheese are constantly reaching out to people to tell us about about the needs that you have, and we've identified the career, health, relationships as the three biggest criteria. And this certainly falls under all the three, if I may say so,
Absolutely.
because finances has that kind of an importance in all of our lives.
Absolutely.
But thank you so much, Sowmya. It was a very interesting session.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a
you for
lot.
your
It
time.
was informative.